Friends, Miss Julie here from Shaking That Tree. This week it's all about food. I have a fun singing book today called Cheese, Peas, and Chocolate Pudding by Betty Van Witsen, illustrated by Jack Hazley. There once was a little boy who ate cheese, peas, and chocolate pudding. Every day the same old thing, cheese, peas, and chocolate pudding. Cheese, peas, and chocolate pudding. Cheese, peas, and chocolate pudding. Every day the same old thing. Cheese, peas, and chocolate pudding. For breakfast he would have some cheese, any kind. Cream cheese, American cheese, Swiss cheese, Dutch cheese, Italian cheese, blue cheese, green cheese, yellow cheese, brick cheese, even Liederkranz. Just cheese for breakfast. For lunch, he ate peas, green or yellow peas, frozen peas, canned peas, dried peas, split peas, black-eyed peas. No potatoes, though, just peas for lunch. And for supper, he would have cheese and peas and chocolate pudding. Cheese, peas, and chocolate pudding. Cheese, peas, and chocolate pudding. Every day the same old thing. Cheese, peas, and chocolate pudding. Once his mother bought a lamb chop for him. Well, that's like a pork chop. She cooked it in a little frying pan on the stove, and she sprinkled some salt on it, gave it to the little boy on a sweet little blue dish. The boy looked at it. He smelled it. It did smell delicious. He even touched it. "Is this cheese?" he asked. "Nope, it's a lamb chop, darling," said his mother. The boy shook his head. "Cheese," he said. So his mother ate the lamb chop herself, and the little boy had some cottage cheese. One day, his big brother was chewing a raw carrot. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Oh, it sounded so good. The little boy reached his hand out for a bite. "Sure," said his brother, "here." The little boy almost put the carrot into his mouth, but at the last minute, he remembered and he asked, "Is this peas?" "No, fella, it's a carrot," said his brother. "Peas," said the little boy firmly, handing the carrot back. Once his daddy was eating a big dish of raspberry jello. Oh, it looked so shiny red and cool. The little boy came over and held his mouth open. "Want a taste?" asked his daddy. The little boy looked and looked at the jello. Well, he almost looked it off the dish. "Is it chocolate pudding?" he asked. "No, it's jello," said his daddy. So the little boy frowned and backed away. "Chocolate pudding," he said. "Well, his grandma baked cookies for him." "Nope," said the little boy. His grandpa bought him an ice cream cone. The little boy just shook his head. His aunt and uncle invited him for a fried chicken dinner. Everybody ate fried chicken and more fried chicken, except for the little boy. You know what he ate. Cheese, peas, and chocolate pudding. Cheese, peas, and chocolate pudding. Every day the same old things. Cheese, peas, and chocolate pudding. Oh, but one day, a very funny thing happened. The little boy was playing puppy. Well, you've played puppy before, right? He lay on the floor and he growled and barked and rolled over. Woof, woof, woof. He crept up to the table where his big brother was having lunch. "Arf, arf," he barked. "Good doggy," said his brother, patting his head. The little boy lay down on his back on the floor and he barked again. And at that same moment, his big brother dropped a piece of something from his plate. And the little boy's mouth was just ready to say, "Arf!" And what do you think happened? Something dropped into the little boy's mouth. Well, he sat up in surprise because something was on his tongue, and something was warm and juicy and delicious. It did not taste like cheese. It did not taste like peas. Well, and it certainly wasn't chocolate pudding. The little boy chewed slowly. Each chew tasted better than the last. He swallowed something and opened his mouth again, wide as he could. Want some more? Asked his brother. The little boy closed his mouth and thought, that's not cheese. Nope, it's not, said his brother. It isn't peas. No, it's not peas, said his brother. It couldn't be chocolate pudding. No, it certainly is not chocolate pudding, smiled his brother. It's a hamburger. The little boy thought hard. Well, I like hamburger, he said. So his big brother shared the rest of his hamburger with the little boy. And ever after that, guess what? Ever after that, the little boy ate cheese, peas, and chocolate pudding. And hamburger. Until he was your age. And then when he was your age, he ate everything. The end. Go and try a new food today. Thanks for reading with me.